way you move make me
You guys, I am so excited to share with you how to clean your oven an easy way, and most importantly, for it to actually look new again. So I'm going to show you how I went from that nasty oven to this beautifully clean, almost perfect oven with two things, and you're going to be floored. I'm going to show you the hard way, and I'm going to show you an easy way. So make sure to keep watching so that your oven can look just as good as this. But let's get to the dirt first. This is my top oven actually. I have two ovens, a small top one and then a regular size oven on the bottom. So we're going to clean the top one first. We actually use this oven more, and so it's dirtier. It actually had a potato explode in there, which is kind of what kickstarted me to actually clean my oven, because I don't ever clean my oven. I know that's terrible, but it's such a chore. It's hard to get in there, and I never really can get it to look good. So finally I know how to do this, and I'm going to share that with you guys, but we're going to do the top oven first, and then this is the bottom oven. It wasn't as bad, especially the sides and the back. They're not too terrible, but something did spill down here. I can't even remember what it was, but it spilled, and we're gonna get that up. It actually came up a little bit easier, but there are some stains, and we're gonna clean this oven as well, and it's going to look immaculate. Cannot wait for you guys to see. Okay, so before we get started with the cleaning in the actual oven, I'm just taking out the oven racks because I want to soak these in the bathtub with some Dawn dish soap, vinegar, and baking soda, and let them just kind of loosen up. I'm trying to show you guys a before of all the gunk that is on the rack so you can get a good picture of what it looks like, and you'll be amazed at what it ends up looking like after we clean them. So I'm going to soak these, and I'm going to add some baking soda on top. Then I'm going to spray on some white vinegar and let that chemical reaction do its thing, and then some Dawn dish soap over that with some really hot water. These are supposed to soak for several hours, and then you can start scrubbing all the stuff off. The problem that happened for me was that my drain does not work very well, and so when I came back to check on these, all the water was gone. So I have no idea how fast that drained, and really how much it even soaked. So I will show you what I end up doing and what you can do as well. I do think soaking your racks though is good no matter what, because it just helps loosen everything up. So yeah, we're just gonna let it sit in here and soak, and then we're gonna get started on the upper oven. Okay, so I've got about 1/4 cup of baking soda, and then I'm going to do you kind of want like 4 parts this baking soda to 1 part soap and 1 part water. So I'm gonna do about a tablespoon. Okay, and then about a tablespoon of this. I'm just eyeballing it, and then we're gonna mix it together, and we want a paste. Let me get a fork. Okay, so I did not add anything or after what you guys saw, and this is kind of the consistency. You want it thick, a thick paste. We're gonna rub this all over the oven and let it sit just a little bit, and then start scrubbing. Okay, so I am gonna vacuum in here, and then I will apply the paste. I just wanna vacuum out any crumbs, see if I can get stuff off. Unfortunately, I have this that I cannot take out, so I'm gonna have to work around that. That's okay though, and so here we go. We're just gonna vacuum. Obviously I'm not gonna talk during that.
You are my pill, I swallow it. Take me away to Neverland, where colors fade my disbelief. Put the pedal to the floor. Flame your light, take a smoke. Put your broken rib off, wafers on. Doesn't matter if the sun goes down. We'll still be up, still be up. Don't care about the place we found. We'll still be up, still be up. We're in this together. We both fall down. Doesn't matter if the sun goes up. Cause we will still be high when the lights out.
Okay, so now I have gotten the paste all in the oven. I'm gonna let it sit for about 15-20 minutes. Obviously this is all done on a cool oven, but I figure most people would know that. But anyway, I'm going to get the vinegar that's in that spray bottle, and I just decided last minute I'm gonna spray this on as well to kind of, again, form that chemical reaction and let things break up even more. So as you can see, I'm just spraying the vinegar all in the oven, and I'm gonna let that work a little bit, and then I'm gonna scrub with a sponge.
We both know that your hair out in the wind. Put the pedal to the floor. Flame your light and take a smoke. Put your broken rib off, wafers on. Doesn't matter if the sun goes down. We'll still be up, still be up. Don't care about the place we found. We'll still be up, still be up.
Okay, so I am all about honesty in any video that I share with you, because if you're gonna try this, I want you to know the truth, right? So here's my thoughts on this method. You can see it's a lot of soaking up of the mixture, because after you scrub, it leaves behind a lot of mixture, which is not a huge deal, but baking soda does tend to be a little messier when you're working with it. So just keep that in mind. And then if I am doing a big cleaning, like deep cleaning of something like this, which takes a lot of work, I want it to look pretty perfect. I want it to look like I cleaned it. And not that it didn't look like I cleaned it, but there was definitely stuff left behind, and it just wasn't what I was envisioning. When I wiped away the stuff, I was kind of hoping to see a clean, perfectly clean oven, and that was not the case. So just keep that in mind if you do use this method. I will show you here in a second a magical product, literally magical, that will get up every single stain, every single grease spot without fail. So yeah, if you want to use this method and still use the magical product, I will share that here in a minute. But right now I'm getting some mixture on a brush, and I'm going to start scrubbing on those gray, I don't even know what you call them. They are holding the little burners. Those were really hard to get to in both ovens. No matter what method I use, it's just a really awkward space to clean. The baking soda, water, and soap mixture did work really well on this, so I would recommend that. Just scrubbing with a little brush. You could use a toothbrush as well. It did work pretty well. So I'm just going to scrub it and then try to wipe away any excess. After I was done with the scrubbing, I did get a wet towel and just wipe everything down to get any of, baking soda or the dish soap that was left behind, to just wipe that away. And now you're going to see the magical product that you will want to get for your oven. Okay, so as you can see, it's a lot better. All right, I still have some little baking soda debris, but this big spill right here didn't come up. So what I'm going to use right now is a pumice stone, and I'm going to gently scrape on these spots that are still here, like right there. Just some stains that didn't come out, and we're going to see if this pumice stone works. Okay, so apparently you get the pumice stone a little wet, and then you can gently scrub. I'm trying to find, here we go. I wanted to do an area that I don't have to lift that up. and it will eat away at the pumice stone, but that is how it works. Okay, let's wipe this away. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna keep working at some of these stains and see what we can do. So as you guys can tell, I was very pleased with this. The more I used this in my oven, the more I was just blown away by how well this worked. It did not scratch my oven whatsoever. I was very nervous about that because when you listen to how it sounds when it's scrubbing off the stains, you're kind of like, oh gosh, am I damaging my oven? But it didn't scratch it, did not damage any of it, and it worked perfectly. Like, I cannot recommend this enough. I got a 4-pack off of Amazon. I didn't even use this whole block for both ovens, so I don't know if you can get this in stores. If any of you know where you can get this in store, feel free to comment that below, but I will link it to Amazon, the exact ones that I got, and I would highly recommend this. You guys, it is amazing. Oh, and all I'm doing is dipping it in water and then scrubbing and then wiping away with a damp cloth. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this piece right here so you guys can see it. I've tried to lift up that's what's hard with filming this, is it's hard to get that, you know, do it one-handed. So I kind of been dipping the pumice stone in some water, and then hopefully this stays in focus, but you guys see that, okay? I can't really see where I'm scrubbing. Okay, let's see if some stuff came off. Oh my gosh, it's totally gone. And now you can see what else is there. So I will be scrubbing this too. So, oh my gosh, so good. Okay, so now that I have done the upper oven, I'm gonna do the bottom oven. This one we don't use as much. So there was a spill, as you can see. I forget what that even was. But, so that's gonna be a major thing to get out. And then got some of this, some of that, if you can see, just some normal stuff. Not too bad on the back at all. So I'm gonna scrape off what I can. And then I'm going to use a different, let me grab it. I'm going to use this Easy Off. It says fume free. I do have the heavy duty one, but this actually does have a, let me see if it'll focus. This does have a deep clean procedure. I mean, or directions for a deep clean. So you just keep it on longer. So I'm going to try this first because the other one looks, well, heavy duty. And so I'm not really sure how, I don't know, strong it is and stuff. So we're gonna try that and see if this method is a little bit easier than doing the top one with the baking soda, because that was kind of a mess to clean up. It did a pretty good job, but like you guys saw, the pumice stone was the MVP in that. So, and this is the door. Let's get a good look at the door before and see what that ends up looking like. Right as I started to scrape, this stuff just slid right off. I can't remember what it was. I kind of want to say it was a sweet potato casserole. So it did happen recently. So I don't know if that's why it came off a little easier, but I'm just using a little razor thing that came with my glass stovetop cleaner that I use to clean that. So it's not going to harm the oven, and I'm just scraping that off, and then I'll pick all this up and clean away. Okay, it's all covered up, and I did do the back, but it's kind of already disappeared. It's not really bad back there, so you can already start to see some of it coming up. But it does say to close the oven and leave for an hour and 15 minutes, or longer if you want. So I'm gonna close this because we're about to go on a walk and I'm gonna take a shower. So anyway, we're just gonna keep this forever long until I can get to it. I forgot to push play, but I'm gonna scrub with a sponge, and then I have this Brillo pad I'm also gonna use on the other half to see which one I like better. But this Easy Off is working so much better than the baking soda. So I'm gonna keep scrubbing and see what it looks like.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I will get up again.
Okay, I wanted to show you guys a close-up because this stuff is amazing. The Easy Off worked really great. All I did was wipe off, so you're gonna see that grease. I'm gonna obviously get that off with some water and some spray, but I was just wiping off the scrubbing that I had done, but it got off. I left that side obviously with it. So as you can see, just with scrubbing with a sponge, I haven't even used the Brillo pad, and that pumice stone is definitely gonna get all that leftover stuff off. Like, there's like a tiny little spot there that didn't come up, but overall that was easy, as it's called Easy Off. So anyway, yeah, I wish I had done that on the top oven, but we're gonna scrub the rest of this off and see what we have left. All right, so I have to interrupt. I'm gonna show you right now just using the pumice stone, getting off some more stains, but all my film for when I did the Brillo pad, scrubbing with the Brillo pad, I cannot find anywhere. So I don't know if I didn't hit play or what, but it is not, you cannot see me doing that. But let me just tell you, I would highly recommend the Brillo pad over the blue sponge. The blue sponge did a great job, but the Brillo pad was better. So my recommendation would be Easy Off, scrubbing with the Brillo pad, and then using this pumice stone for all the other stains that didn't come off, and you will have a perfectly clean oven. And I decided to use the Easy Off on the glass door since it worked so well on the bottom oven. And that's what I'm showing you the before. This is me cleaning it with the baking soda. You can kind of see some scratches on the other side because I tried the pumice stone. Like I said, don't use the pumice stone on the glass. It will scratch it. But this is a before with just the baking soda, and then this is the after using the Easy Off and the Brillo pad. So definitely works better on your glass doors. I mean, this door was really bad, and I felt like it did an amazing job making it all clean. I didn't even try to do in between because that's a lot of, I don't even know how to get the doors off to do that. So this was just doing the glass, and I think it looks great. Now, what I decided to do with the oven racks, because I wasn't sure about how long it ended up soaking in the bathtub because all the water was gone, I decided to use the Easy Off on this and a Brillo pad. So what I did was I sprayed the Easy Off on each oven rack while it was still in the bathtub, and then I brought it in here, and I'm going to use the Brillo pad to scrub off. You will see any leftovers of like grease, food, and all that stuff, whatever was left after it soaked. And this method just very easily got off all the food, all the grease, and you'll see an after here in a minute, but I'm going to show you also up close what it looks like. As you can see, this stuff is coming off very easily with the Brillo pad and Easy Off, so I'd recommend that for sure on the oven racks. But just to sum up the entire video and the cleaning, I would recommend the Easy Off in your oven, scrub it with a Brillo pad, and use the pumice stone for any stubborn stains that you could not get off. And I mean, that pumice stone worked on every stain. There wasn't one thing it could not get off. So that's what I would recommend. Let me know below if you use Easy Off or if you use any other method for cleaning your oven. I would love to know you guys' response. And I hope you found this helpful. Before you leave, I am going to show you an overall before and after just so you can see what it looked like before again and then what it looks like all cleaned up and put back together. And yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I do share some daily cleaning in my stories if you find this kind of stuff interesting. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!